Square Garden for 10 rounds at 184 pounds, Rocky Marciano versus, at 210 pounds, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. And from a neutral corner, your host, the undefeated world heavyweight champion, Rocky Marciano, sparring with Hollywood's developing heavyweight, a man who fought more bouts and won them on the screen, Frank Lovejoy.
Frank, because you were so nice to come here for me, I think we're going to show you a real great film. It's the Joe Louis fight, and it was my big moment, the fight that got me a chance to fight for the title, the Joe Louis fight, Madison Square Garden.
You won that one.
This
one. You never lost one, did you?
No, I didn't, Frank. I won 49 and was lucky enough to retire after winning 49 fights.
And boy, I won the war single-handed for some movie studios. You know, I've been in almost as many battles as you.
Don't I know?
Of course, I didn't lose any, but of course I had the studio behind me, the cameramen, the directors. Nobody could hit me because, see, if I get hit, I'm a character man. And we can't afford that, as you know.
I've seen you in some good fights, though. Right?
Oh, I'm a whiz when I have protection. Tell me, you've seen movie fights. What do you think of them?
I enjoy them so much, Frank. Sometimes I get a big kick out of it, and other times I'm very much impressed. There are some of them cowboys, for instance, really look good throwing punches.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few that don't look so good. I remember one cowboy, I forget his name, but he was throwing punches from out here, you know, like a woman throwing a baseball or something. It looks so bad to someone who likes fighting.
Sometimes that's just a matter of where the camera is. You know, it's all done by camera angle. Maybe your audience would be interested in seeing how we do that.
I'm sure they would now, Frank.
Will you play straight for me?
I will.
Flash A? All right. Let's get up. All right. I'll show you what I mean. Now, the pictures, the camera's over there. Now, you're here, and I have to win this. All right? I'll show you what it looks like. Ready? Okay? Now, let me show you how fakey that is. Now, let's show them. Ready? Miss you by a mile.
I felt the breeze. Tell you what, Frank, now, let me just show you how we do it in the gym.
Oh, no, thanks, Ross. I'll do the acting, you do the fighting.
Okay. Yep. See, Frank, that was real interesting, and I sure enjoyed it. Frank, what always interested me was fellas like Kirk Douglas, Burt Lancaster, and John Wayne. They all look like such terrific he-men and real athletes.
Kirk, of course, is a trained athlete. You know, he was a wrestler in college.
Mm-hmm.
And it is an accident these fellows look like they do. You know, they're in very good shape and have to take very good care of themselves. Burt was a circus performer. He was a professional, I guess you call it trapeze and tumbler.
Acrobat.
And you can believe it when you watch him, you know, because he walks like a cactus.
He moves good.
Very good on his feet. Tony Curtis.
Yeah.
I worked with those three fellas, so I know that firsthand. And they do a lot of their own stuff, and they're in excellent condition. They have to be. You know, some of this stuff, a good-sized fight, you may spend half a day setting it up.
Oh, is that right?
Sure, and you rehearse it just like you do a ballet or a dance, and it's done by the numbers.
You know, in all the great fights I've seen in the films, all of the action has been a right-hand puncher, which looks good, but they have forgotten completely about the left hand, which is so important.
How many one-punch men have you met professionally, for example, in your whole life?
In my whole life, I think 2 or possibly 3.
And if the fellow doesn't learn that, he's sometimes in trouble, isn't he?
Oh, he's always in trouble if he doesn't land it just right, because he's way off balance when he hits, you know. And that's why we learn to throw a left hook after a right hand to sort of protect ourselves and cover up.
Oh, and he didn't learn it well. My father used to tell me when I was a kid, he said, if you get in trouble, hit the guy as hard as you can. If he doesn't fall down, run.
There's the bell for the main event. One of the bouts with a man who will command my respect forever. The one, the only, Joe Louis. This is Joe's comeback fight with a much younger Rocky Marciano. Madison Square Garden, October 26th, 1951. Let me tell you about it, as I fought it. What a relief to get out of that dressing room. I'm on the left, Louis on the right. Louis. When I was a kid, I listened to his fights on radio. Now he's here to fight me. Toots Shore talking to Commissioner Christenberry. Ringside is packed with big names. It's the biggest fight I've ever been at. And I'm in it. Let's get out there and put the bull on Joe. I waited in the dressing room tonight for 2 hours and nobody could even talk. But you could almost hear me. I'm thinking. I'm fighting Lewis. It's way better fighting him than thinking about it. Don't give him room to punch. Close the distance. Press him. Let this guy get set at that range and he'll murder you. That's it. I said hello to him with my head then. Every time I get close, I'm going to bring it up at him. Hey, this isn't a card game. My big job is to make Lewis go back as much as I can. He's an old guy, and that's the only way to fight him. Keep backing him up. He's got to fall apart. Stay on him. Way off. Stay under that right hand. Keep low and keep coming in at him. Don't take chances early with a guy who punches like this. Lewis doesn't want to do much on the inside. Give it to him good every time I get close. On the ropes again. Go to work. This is where you can slow him up. Come on. A real good right. Joe looks fine coming out of the corner. That's how to push him back. Let me loose so I can throw that right. There. Good left hook. Use it some more. He has that left out trying to pick off my rights. I used to clip this guy's picture from the newspaper. Now I'm trying to flatten him. It's the strangest feeling in the world. For weeks, almost everybody's been saying, forget his name. He's an older man. Good right to the side. I'm slamming that left inside real good. Charlie Goldman, my trainer, was worried about this match. He thought Lewis might know too much for me. It was good Charlie was worried. He made sure I'd fight this guy close so he couldn't nail me easy. See me move Joe back? That's great. It's murder on your legs to keep stepping backwards. It's got to tire him badly. That's all I want to do now. Get him tired. I know what to do after that. Can't do much more this round. Lewis keeps the straightest face I've ever seen on a man. We're not saying a word to each other. We don't have to. I want to kill him. He wants to kill me. There's nothing to get mad and curse about. Lewis's jabs. Let me get under it. Man, does that hurt. Joe was going away from that right. I'm in the middle of the ring. Better get out of here. This is where I get hurt. What a hook. I didn't even know I was in a fight for a second. All my life, I've read about Lewis's jab. Now I know what they mean. He's got my nose burning. While my manager laughs, you ain't gonna blow it, don't worry. But Lewis is taking me here. I don't know what to do with him. The distance. Get closer. He's making me miss. A mile off. He's making a sucker out of me. The jab hurts. I want to walk in and murder him, but that's what he's waiting for. The right. Another. Maybe that's the way out of this. It better be. If this guy keeps getting me with jabs, I can get to him with rights. In the corner, Colombo keeps saying, you could always hit Lewis with a right, get under the left, then throw the right. You can get him with uppercuts, too. Keep his left busy. Don't let him hit you with a good shot. What does he think I'm doing? Playing target practice? There's that uppercut. Got it in again. There is different when you're low. That's the only way to fight this guy. He's got the reach, so there's no way to box him. I keep coming in with those shoulders. I block with him, then I punch inside his hands. That gets me in close where I can push him back. I'm starting to get a little worried. I haven't done enough to really tire him out. That's no good. How long can you play with dynamite? Now I've got him going back. Got to keep it up. If Lewis gets me in the middle of the ring, again, I may not remember it.
Now, at this point, Rocky, I'm interested. Did you have any idea how you stood or where you stood or what was going on in your head?
No, Frank, I really couldn't tell you. I was only doing what I'd been trained to do, trying to follow instructions. He hadn't hurt me up to this point, but there's a lot of fight to come yet. The only thing between me and a title shot is Lewis's body. I've got to get at it, wear him down. Good right to the side. Lewis's left bangs into my ear every time I lift my head up. I'm learning the hard way. There, the shot to the body. Keep it up. To get this fight, my manager guaranteed Lewis that I wasn't up to a real big fight. He just wanted to make a couple of dollars with me, and you know Lewis and money. So he went for it. Now I have the biggest chance of my life. Don't blow it. That hook hurts. I push him back a little easier now. He's just a little bit tired. I could get lucky here yet. You know something? He hasn't put more than one punch together at a time. That's because I'm low. Remember that. Anybody who stands up straight with Lewis goes to bed in a hospital. Lewis is trying to get distance. He wants me a step and a half away from him. Don't let him do it, Rock. Stay on top of him. The left, it's dropping. He wants to protect that side from the right hands. He may be hurt. Lewis is jabbing at my right hand. He wants to offset it. He must be worried about me. Get off on him. Take him apart. Now I know he's real tired. He's starting to stall here. This is the biggest chance of my life. Now let's do it right. I gotta set this guy up and really do the job. Yank on those arms. Pull them down. It'll ruin them. I want to get this guy on the ropes right away. I'm going to stay on him and tangle with him. He's got to go. You can feel he's shot. Keep him there. Good right, but don't go crazy with the punch. The left hook can do it too. Just keep throwing both hands. Terrific hook. I'm in a neutral corner and I'm going crazy. I want to hit him more, but I got to wait for him to get up. He's shot. Get him, Rock. The left. Throw the left. A hook did it. Referee Goldstein says it's over. He won't even bother to count. And all of a sudden, it feels sick. I wanted to kill this guy a second ago. Now I'm starting to cry. Everybody in the garden is looking at Lewis. They all feel terrible. That's Joe Lewis on the floor. Look at him down there. Joe Lewis. And he's helpless. This was one great guy, and I had to be the man to finally put him away. Doc Nattiello is working on him. Is he all right? Yes, he is. Lewis says, "You ever a southpaw, Marciano? They never mention your left hand." He's kidding me about the left that knocked him out. What a guy this is.
Frank, I've got to ask you, how does it feel to stand in the ring and know that now you're eligible to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world?
It's a great feeling, Frank. It's something you shoot for, something I had been looking toward getting, and I was happy to know that now I couldn't be denied. But it was a sad moment, too, when I looked at Joe Lewis defeated in his corner and looking down into the crowd and watching his fans cheer him, still cheer him wildly. They were really loyal guys and for a great guy. And seeing the great Joe Lewis defeated, ending up his career that way, I think at that moment it might have influenced me in retiring maybe a year before I would.
I mean, knowing when to get off. We have an axiom in show business. Anybody can get on. Takes a pro to get off.
Frank, in the acting world, you're a main eventer. You've gone the long road. You've kept punching and made it. This pair of golden gloves are a little reminder to all of my guests to keep punching, to stay there.
Thank you very much, Rocky. I'll treasure this. I really mean that.
The bigger they are, the nicer they are. If ever a small-town boy has learned to be grateful, it's me. For I've learned that even a lucky punch can take you out of the main event. So keep your guard up, hands high, and keep punching.